And now, News Channel 10's 24/7 local weather first alert forecast.
Well, good Monday morning, everyone. Hopefully a lot of you having the day off of school, work, what have you, or even if you're heading out, we want you to be aware dangerous levels of cold out there today and tomorrow. But today, thankfully, maybe not quite as cold as it could be, and I'll explain why here in just a little bit. But looking at our current wind chills as we start the day, make no mistake, it's still very cold out there as our wind chill. Here to start this morning here in Amarillo is 2 degrees. You can see Clovis sitting there at 1 degree below zero here to start out your Martin Luther King Jr. Day. So, of course, very chilly out there with your least cold wind chill around the region, looking at Canadian there at about 19 degrees. Our actual forecast temperatures here for the day today, we're going to be seeing them warm up still in the teens. You'll see a few 20s out there, but we're only barely going to get into the 20s this afternoon. You'll see about 3, 4 o'clock. Mid-20s out there for much of the region, but further up north, teens, maybe even single digits in Clayton. But look what happens going into tonight, something pretty telling here. You see that purple start to work its way in. By 9 p.m. tonight, 12 here in Amarillo, 3 degrees up in Elkhart and Liberal. Another reinforcing shot of cold air is on the way with a cold front. We're going to talk more about that here in just a second. But let's look at satellite and radar. Cloud cover out there this morning. That's what's kept us just a little bit warmer. We're seeing a few light flurries. They're kind of off towards just the east of Amarillo. We might see some light snow before the day is over. So looking at watches and warnings, there's a lot going on here to unpack. So all those counties you see there in light blue, that is what we call a cold weather advisory. That's for wind chills possibly as low as 5 degrees for the area this morning. That's in effect until 9 a.m. for your Monday. The counties you see there in purple, that's a winter weather advisory. That's for snow totals upwards and around an inch of snow up in our north and northeastern parts of the region. So let's look at that high definition model. And there's a little bit of that snow off towards kind of the east northeast, but you'll see as that cold front takes shape, snow basically just kind of rides the leading edge of that. That's at noon today. You'll see right there. Pushing down to the south. It does get lighter the further south it gets as that air gets a little bit drier. So still some light snow expected as you go into this afternoon here in Amarillo, but probably nothing that even compares to, of course, a couple Thursdays ago, much less compared to what we saw, of course, this, right around late last week, right around Friday and Saturday. Not expecting another round of that, maybe a few tenths of an inch, but we'll continue to watch it. You'll see as we go into the overnight period, skies generally clear out. So in terms of those expected snowfall totals, like I said, generally favoring that northern, northeastern parts of the area for maybe half inch to maybe an inch. Few places maybe getting more than that, and I think from Amarillo, like I said, maybe an inch is our ceiling, but I really anticipate that we'll probably see just a little bit less than that. But let's talk about that cold front because like I showed you earlier, those cold temperatures start to work their way in. By lunchtime today, most of the area is seeing south-southeasterly winds except for our northern counties. There's those winds turning out of the north. Those winds turn out of the north for us here in Amarillo, 6, 7 o'clock this evening. That's when colder air starts to push in. Thankfully, those winds do calm a little bit going into Tuesday morning, but by that point, it's already going to be very, very cold. So overnight lows tonight into tomorrow. You're going to see right there 2 for our overnight low here in Amarillo. We're going to see several places seeing those overnight lows get down below zero out there. And then look at our wind chills for tomorrow. You're going to see an extreme cold warning for much of the region. Every county you see there in blue, that means wind chills could realistically get around negative 20 degrees. Like I said, that is life-threatening cold. Hypothermia won't take long to set in those kind of conditions. So be safe if you're going to be doing anything outside. That's going to be 6 p.m. today through noon tomorrow that is a possibility. So with that wind chill forecast, that 13 degrees, that'll probably be about as warm as it feels at any point throughout the day today. Then we will cool. You're going to see right there, wind chills are already below zero by 9 p.m. tonight. And then overnight, it just gets colder as we might wake up Tuesday morning here in Amarillo, negative 13. You're looking at negative 17 in Liberal. No one will have wind chills above zero by that point in the day. And even at our quote-unquote warmer parts, you're going to see right there wind chills in the low 10s out there. So like I said, dangerous levels of cold, so educate yourself on the cold. What's happening out there. Of course, we want you to stay safe for sure. 30% on those snow chances for today, 22 for your high 2 tonight. We'll get to 35 for tomorrow. Like I said, very cold start, but there is warmer weather in the forecast as overnight lows eventually get up into the 20s. You'll see right there, sunnier skies. Highs could end up in the 50s by the end of the work week.